Hello, welcome to Japanese craft beer reviews. Today we will look at a beer that's not from Japan. It is from Europe, and it's from a craft brewer that has gained a lot of fame over the years. 23 years or so that they've been open, and for a variety of reasons. But first, let's just look at what that brewery is. It is Mikkeller. And today's beer will be kind of a new one from them. I'm going to look at two beers actually from them in this short series. Mikkeller is a brewery that started in 2006 in Copenhagen in Denmark, and it was founded by two friends who were home brewers. And the most famous one was Mikkel, who gives us Mikkel Bergso. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, but he was a high school teacher, I think math and physics, and also a home brewer. And he and a friend started it in 2006, and the friend left in 2007. He was what was known as a gypsy brewer, meaning he did not have his own facility, but traveled from brewery to brewery, using other people's equipment to brew his beer on. Today, they do have some breweries and brew pubs throughout the world, including in San Diego, in Denmark, New York, and in London as well. And many brew pubs and bars, including one in Tokyo. And they also have a number of celebrations of Mikkeller beer festivals as well. And it became famous for a number of different beers and the sheer variety of beers he makes. The most famous is probably the one called Beer Geek Brunch, and they have a variety called Beer Geek Brunch Weasel, and I have a bottle of that. I've been aging for a while. I should do it probably at some point. It's an imperial stout made with Vietnamese coffee beans, very expensive ones, but the special point is that they use weasels or actually civet cats who eat the coffee beans and poop them out, and apparently the process of going through the digestive system of a civet cat releases some kind of enzymes that makes the coffee even better and certainly more expensive. He was inspired by U.S. craft brewers, and especially ones who push the boundaries, break the rules, and that sort of thing. And one of his interests is trying to create new things, new tastes, and new types of beer. And he also did a variety of, has done a variety of, for example, the same variations on a theme. So taking the same IPA recipe and running it through, aging it in different types of barrels, different types of oak, or different ages of barrels, or different barrels that held different types of spirits. And so, for example, Beer Geek Weasel has a number of varieties, like Calvados barrel and that sort of thing. In Rate Beer, he has 1,480 or 34 beers listed, which is quite a few. So I do know one brewer in Japan that has worked with him, and he said apparently he just sketched out the recipe and basically said, here's the recipe, you go make the beer, and they did. So I never had a chance to try it, but in any case. So that's enough about Mikkeller. By the way, I should mention he apparently does have a twin brother, and I guess they don't get along, or perhaps they didn't get along. I'm not sure if it's still the case, but the brother opened Evil Twin Brewery based in the U.S. now. Okay, so now let's get to the beer. This beer is called Mikkeller Hop Shop Hazy IPA, and it is an IPA, New England style, hazy, and it was brewed at De Proof in Belgium, where they brew a lot of their beers. And this is 4.9% and 45 international bittering units. The ingredients include barley malt, oat flakes, rye malt, hops, and yeast. The hops are Citra and Simcoe, two good IPA hop varieties. Rate beer, there were 45 ratings when I checked, not too many, it's fairly new apparently. 3.19 average out of 5, not terribly high. 47 percentile for all beers on Rate Beer, and 43 for its style, which is IPA New England Hazy, which is one of the top styles on Rate Beer. Untapped, 5,390 separate ratings, and the average is a bit higher as it tends to be on Untapped. 3.56. Okay, so let's get this beer going. There's the current Mikkeller symbol. I'll try to put a picture of their old one, which they used, which I think was the two founders. You can see the label art here. Okay, Hop Shop. Okay. All right. Well, it certainly is hazy. I guess the oat flakes tend to do that. And it looks kind of like unfiltered apple juice with a very thin, sort of frothy little head. All right. Well, it does smell hazy fruity. Haze fans tend to use the word juicy, and I've never quite figured out exactly what they mean by that. Like, for example, the word dank. What exactly does that mean? It can have a variety of connotations, I think. Okay, so we do get kind of spritzy sort of citrus and tropical fruit. There's something behind that, something a little funky. Something floral also. Kind of doughy, maybe. Okay. Well, it certainly has the initial of a hazy. And it starts going fruity, but then something cuts it off right away. Mid-palate kind of goes flat. And I don't mean in terms of carbonation, but in flavor. The flavors kind of disappear. I get a little bit of like some pineapple, but then it really just flattens out. I don't know why. What's going on with this? The 45 IBUs, it's pretty high for a hazy a hazy. If I have that number correct, I'm not sure. I suppose they claim they don't quite have it here on the label, but I got the number online, and perhaps it's overhopped. I don't know. I don't get a lot of bitterness. I don't get the rye kind of bite. Rye often kind of grabs the tongue. I don't get that at all. Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed. I'm not an IPA or hazy IPA fan, but I like a good one, and this is clearly not one of those. Rate beer 3.19. I would probably give it maybe 3.0. Yeah, not much higher. So again, this is called Mikkeller Hop Shop Hazy IPA. It's available in many places throughout Japan now. You may see it. I found it in Osaka, in a department store basement, which is, yeah, in any case, give it a go if you think you want, and let me know what you thought about it, okay? All right, well, that's it for today. Please do take care, and better beer for you, okay? Bye-bye.